Here's a brand that is ticking all the right boxes as to what consumers want, as discussed in the Sprout Social Index report. If you don't know what the Sprout Social Index report is, I've tagged the video that I discussed that in. Otherwise, it's 11 videos back from this one. The account that is a prime example of what you should be doing with your socials is Edison Motors. I've been following Chase's journey for a few years now. Look, I'm a nerd. My husband is into construction and all this stuff. But when it comes to creating a brand and growing a community, man, Chase, you are nailing it. Now, here's what I mean. So according to the Sprout Social Index report that surveyed 1,800 consumers in the US and UK, our primary reasons for following brands on social are 1, to stay informed with new products and services, 2, have access to exclusive promotions and deals, and 3, make content that they post that is enjoyable and entertaining. Emphasis on enjoyable, and I'm going to explain why later. Chase and the team at Edison Motors, their aim is to create the first electric haulage truck. They're based in Canada, and they're in the logging industry. As you can imagine, it uses a lot of diesel. But they have been keeping us informed on the entire journey from the beginning of the idea of creating Topsy, their hybrid diesel truck. Chase also gives exclusive access to promotions and deals such as the EV Challenge. The EV Challenge started small. It was only for Canada-based kids in high school where they could buy an EV Challenge kit and build up their own EV. That first video was released on the 7th of October. Word has spread, and the challenge is now expanded to US schools thanks to additional sponsorship, and there's even an adult challenge kit as well. And with the adult kit, you end up actually sponsoring another school. So you are being rewarded for rewarding yourself by buying this EV challenge. I love it. So that's the first 2 points. Now there's the third point of being enjoyable and entertaining. I mean, already alone, their follower count and their view count just proves that you don't have to be dancing on camera in order to be enjoyable and entertaining. This is edutainment at its finest. Like, he's showing how his truck has just beat Tesla in a haulage test, discovering revolutionary self-driving technology. I mean, he's grabbing stuff that's coming out of the news as well. He's absolutely nailed the fact that, you know, TikTok and Instagram and all that stuff, it doesn't have to just be music and trends. But he doesn't just stick to that kind of stuff. He takes you on the journey about how a trade show day went. And he even points out the flaws of made in Canada and the concept of being made in a country. I'm based in Australia, and we here have Australian made. But if you look at what is required to be certified as Australian made, it's really next to nothing. So he goes really well into that video of really investigating and seeing if something is well and truly made in Canada. In a very tasteful way, mind you, and very matter of fact. What consumers said in the Sprout Social report that they don't see enough of from brands and social, but Edison Motor and Chase Barber are doing so incredibly well, is authentic, non-promotional content, transparency about business practices and values, how products are made and sourced, and educational content related to the brand's industry, UGC, and testimonials. I mean, I think these are really self-explanatory. He's explaining about traction control here. I mean, he's got a freaking video about the business plan that they have for Edison Motors. How many major brands do you see going on social going, hey, here's our business plan for the next 5 years? Edison Motors considers their social media followers like actual shareholders. I mean, I keep missing on fundraising rounds. They shut so quickly. He's sharing content that's related to the industry because he knows that his followers are interested in this kind of stuff. If you notice with the Edison Motors account, they're not jumping onto trends or causes in which, you know, brands were hopping on social causes like there was no tomorrow just a few years ago. That's not their style. If Chase actually has an opinion about a particular cause, he uses his personal account that's got even more followers on it to really go into detail about that stuff. So he's really great at categorizing like where Edison Motors values are and what those particular pieces of content are going to be versus his personal opinion about things. If there's any account that you want to learn from and that is just a perfect example of what a small business or startup should be doing on social, it's definitely Edison Motors. And Chase, if you see this, I would love to interview you on the Mad Marketing Mums podcast. Not many people here believe me that an electric haulage vehicle actually exists, or even a hybrid one. but I would love to hear your story and how you got started out, and also how your content marketing journey has shaped your business. So if you get this and you're interested, let's talk. And if you found this helpful, you know what to do.